Yes, I. So, Shabbat Salam, Shabbat Shalom, Rastafari scenes, greetings and welcome, friends. This is His Highness Ras Ariel Tefari Makonnen from a tribe of Judah here. And it's Friday evening. It's the Sabbath Eve. This evening, the Essene Communion, being part of the daily communions within the Essene way of life. This term Essene is from the Hebrew word esaim, and that is doers, as in doers of the law. The communion that we have here for this evening on a Friday is with the angel of wisdom, or the Melach Chokmah, if I'm correct, right? So we're on the theme of wisdom. Okay, so now we're going to talk about something that we've been able to identify. And the reason that we were able to identify this particular thing and how it works is actually by using wisdom. Being able to very, very attentively analyze, very meticulously analyze, right? And also think about what we've been taught by our elder, double honors, right? Ras Adonis Tefari, right? And also by the subject of what is called the metaphysical implications of speech. Okay, so listen, this is important now. There's a discipline within Lion of Judah, Ish, Trod, or way of life, or what's called Judaism. Within the Rastafari Essene Livity, or way of life, there's a discipline. And also in what's called Orthodox Judaism, okay? It's called Lashon Tov, it's good tongue. So the idea is that you shouldn't gossip. Yet if we get into the finer points of it all, it's really about formulating your speech in a positive and in what is defined as a kosher, healthy, and fit, or an ital way all the time, because words, sound, power manifest, okay? Now, I'm going to give an example of how we manage to maintain good speech in a certain situation. Now listen. Recently I talked to somebody and I asked this person a question, and this person later asked me a question. The interesting thing is that he asked me a question and then he said something. What he had said was something, okay, you get what I'm saying. So sometimes it's better that you just don't even say anything at all. Why is that? Because what we seem to have identified as being the case is that human beings, right, create an image of God and after his own likeness, generally speaking, as a basic rule, have the ability to express angels, good angels and otherwise. In other words, humans have the potential to be divinely inspired, driven by the good inclination or by the evil inclination. People, a lot of different people, humans, because of how humans work, also have the capacity to be what's technically called demonically possessed. Okay, so now, in the event that you talk to somebody, there is a distinct possibility that this person is demonically possessed, and that this person that you're talking to is actually verbally expressing thoughts and ideas that can be likened to angels that are actually fallen angels. So, first of all, because of the fact that God, blessed be He, right, actually is omnipresent and all-knowing and all-seeing, right? We know that every word that we say, first of all, is being heard by God. Okay, Secondly, it's being heard by the devil, God damn him, and by the spirits, and by different spirits or angels. Okay, so now, whatever you say is as if you're making things a certain way by what you say. So if somebody comes up to you and says something that is, shall we say, unfit, something bad, if you actually respond to them, it's as if God is listening to what you're saying, the devil is listening, and the angels and the spirits are listening. So now, if you say anything, it's almost as if it's like they say, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. So you have to pay attention to the fact that there's a legal scenario going on all the time, except on the Sabbath, actually, to the extent that it is traditionally said that on the Sabbath the enemy is weakened, and so generally what's going on is that whenever you're living and talking and walking and being a human being, right? Everything you do is being monitored by God, then it's being monitored by the angels, whether good ones or opposite. And the goddamn devil is also listening, and the spirits, and so are the demons. Okay? So now if you go and you do something, or you say something that is contrary to the, basically the things that are commanded by the Creator, it's as if you have to think of the fact that the Creator is so just, right? That even if the devil gets wind of the fact that you did something wrong, and he makes a case before the Creator, it says, hey, he did this and this and this. God is so just and non-partial that he will actually listen to whatever legal argument is being made. So what I'm saying is that at certain times, especially in human interactions where there is verbal speech exchange, it is highly important that you just maintain a positive formulation about yourself. And at certain times, it's almost better not to say anything. If somebody says something bad, sometimes the best thing actually is not to say anything at all, because people are like trees, okay? Now, the fruits are the words that come out of your mouth. So we can judge a tree by its fruits, whether it's a tree of life or vice versa, basically, if we're going to just draw a very fine line between the two different categories, okay? Now, remember, that can change too, right? As the Essene liturgy says on Saturday evening, tomorrow evening, at the end, it says, and we shall live like the holy tree of eternal life, okay? So you can become a tree of life too. The thing is, generally speaking, there's this thing where what people say is it's if those are the fruits coming out of their mouths, and they are a tree, and you can judge a tree by its fruits, okay? So if you see a beautiful tree with healthy fruits, then you should interact with that and, get closer and interact with that, right? Talk with it, taste, like you're interacting with it. But other times, though, it's actually better not even to say anything, because of the fact that if there's a tree that has bad fruits, you shouldn't go anywhere near it. You should just stay and remain a tree of life yourself and express your words of life and keep blossoming cleanly and as a tree of life, you're bearing fruits that are words of life, eternal. And don't interact with that other tree that's a bad tree, because it's just, it does. You get what I'm saying? What can happen is that you can send out those words of life, and that other tree might become livicated, though. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you're talking to somebody else, it's as if you're making agreements, and the agreements that you're making sometimes you may not notice when somebody says something or somebody says something wrong, something bad. If you then say, like, if you say, actually, it's as if somebody's suggesting something to you. It's like if somebody says something to you, if they say words to you, it's almost like a tree is offering you its fruits. And if those are good fruits, then you should take a bite. And if they aren't, you should just stay away from it. You get what I'm saying? Because you're making agreements when you're talking to people. And if you're talking to people and God is listening, the angels, good ones and opposite, and the devil and his demons are listening, then you better be sure that everything is being recorded, because there's an accuser out there, God damn him, who's trying to accuse us all the time. So you have to pay attention to what we say, what we actually bring upon ourselves. Like, for example, if I'm a winner, right, on a team, I have a winning mindset and I have won the game many times, and I'm talking to somebody who starts talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna win this too. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. I've won before. Yeah, I'm a winner. Really? How many games have you won? Oh, 100 games. Oh, really? Awesome. Me too. Yeah, wow. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be, oh, wait, are you sure you're going to win? Maybe you're going to lose. Like, you shouldn't even answer to that, because that's the enemy. It's the enemy. They're trying to curse us. They're trying to curse us by saying things and getting us ensnared in a conversation or a verbal interaction where they're offering us, suggesting something to us, and trying to curse us. But it's not the people. It's the angels that are going through their heads, their thoughts. And it's also the enemy. So you have to pay attention. They try to subtly lay curses on you by what they say, but they don't even know it themselves. Most people don't even know what they're saying even. Right?